Princess Azula, the Fire Nation, often considered the best written villain in the Avatar series, and quite frankly, I understand why. A video almost a year in the making, I finally get around to saying, welcome back to Villain Vibes, ladies and gentlemen, and today, we are looking at Princess Azula from Avatar The Last Airbender, and we're going to be answering the question, was she truly born lucky? But real quick, if this seems like the type of content that you might like, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let me know down in the comments what villains would y'all like to see me vibe with next. Villains throughout fiction, they're all part of the chopping blocks. Hell, this isn't even the first Avatar villain that I've covered. This entire year has been my Avatar retrospective, so be sure to check those out in the flippity cards up above. But before all that, let's get on with the video. Sage, hit the title. From the onset, Azula was the heir that Fire Lord Ozai always wanted, talented at firebending and loyal to his rule, everything that Zuko wasn't, and he made sure that she knew that, fostering her sociopathic traits and lack of empathy while constantly criticizing Zuko for his empathy towards others and his shortcomings as a firebender. Ozai pretty much isolated her from any positive role model she could have had, making her believe that Iroh was weak and a failure, and that her mother from the day that she was born thought that she was a monster. So of course this kid's gonna have a need to stay in her father's good graces, because, well, she knows what the alternative is. She knows she's the favorite child, but in order to keep that status, she has to be perfect. She cannot become a failure, or else she becomes Zuko. And she's better than that. Power over others is the #1 lesson the princess was taught from the very beginning. Control and fear is the way to get what you want. A lesson that she took in every single interaction she has ever had, from political maneuvering that led her to conquering the Earth Kingdom, to playing Zuko and Iroh against each other in the crossroads of destiny, with convenient scapegoating in case the Avatar came back. And most importantly, her interactions with her friends and normal people. Her entire friend group, especially with Ty Lee, is built on emotional manipulation and fear. The fear of what Azula will do to her if she ever says no. She only sees relationships through the lens of what she can get out of the other person. Fear is how you keep control. But what happens when you lose that fear? You lose that control. And thus begins her spiral. At the heart of Princess Azula is somebody who cannot function without the admiration of others. Her father, her friends, her subjects. She's someone who understands psychology better than anyone else in the series. She understands how to use people to get what she wants, and she understands how people's emotions work, playing them into her hand. Yet ironically, she was taken advantage of by her father in the exact same ways. Used because she was a prodigy firebender that would be loyal to him to the very end. He instilled in her this false image of perfection, that control means everything, and once she starts losing control, when her friends no longer fear her and her father no longer wants to associate with her, she spirals into paranoia. What was supposed to be the happiest day of her life became a nightmare and possible foreshadowing to how a reign under Fire Lord Azula would have went, as this 14-year-old simply cracked under the pressure. Azula's story is a tragic one, and it just shows how a problematic child under neglectful care can end up spiraling. A star child that had to keep her father's praise and by the end lost every single friend she had ever had because she didn't give them any other choice. She sacrificed her own brother for her father's love, and in the end, she didn't get it, because he only saw her as a pawn. He did not see her or respect her as a daughter. How could Azula have possibly turned out if she had the care of her mother, or Iroh for that matter? if she was not cut off entirely from every single positive relationship she could have possibly had. But was Azula born lucky? Well, in a lot of ways, yeah. She was a prodigy firebender, a master tactician, everything that Ozai wanted his heir to be. And then her luck wore out, and she spiraled because of it. I hope y'all enjoyed today's video, folks, and if y'all did, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and as I stated before, let me know in the comments down below, what would y'all like to see next from the Villain Vibes? This year ain't over, folks. I still got my Season 3 retrospective coming up next week, so be sure to stay tuned for that. But for now, I must bid you all adieu, goodbye, good night, happy holidays, Sage out.
A shiny teeth that twinkle, just like the stars in space. A shiny teeth that sparkle, and beauty to my face. A shiny teeth that glisten, just like your Christmas tree.